Hi guys, it's Rosemary Bonica.
Hello, this is Francis Patrick, and this
This
is
is
a
Safe
safe
Space.
space.
Okay. So, by the way, since we never got to introduce ourselves, what do you who is Cisco? Who
Wait,
is
this is like the questions we had last time. Introduce yourself in 1 minute.
but we want to know who is Cisco. People have to know.
Currently,
Yes, yeah, just like if somebody asks who is Cisco.
it's a huge question.
Hey, answer it. Who is
How about you start answering? Because I feel like you
What's the
have
question?
parameters. Who is Rose?
Um Rose is a girl.
Okay.
Um who is
You see? You see?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. I think I have an answer. Okay, Rose is a girl who is what, happy with her life. That's a lie. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Okay, okay. She's a daughter. She's a friend. She's a student, a medical student.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a medical student. She's not a social media person. Just trying to enter this space right now. This whole podcasting. And she how did I forget this? She is a believer
mm-hmm.
in Christ. I should have started with that. Now I
You should
feel
have.
bad.
You should have.
Yeah, she's a believer. What else is she? Yeah, that's about it. And
That's
she's
about it.
happy, trying to be happy in the very least, trying to hold her mental
You
health
said
together.
you say that twice.
I have to sensitize
we'll,
her.
we'll talk about happiness today.
Yeah. Okay. So who do you want? What? Oh, yeah. In short, who is?
I will follow your blueprint.
Eh,
My names are Francis. My names are Francis Patrick. Patrick is my father's name. I am the second born in a family of two. Yes, second born. Uh
last born.
no, the second. Accurately. Um, I'm. I just graduated last year, I think, from the university of God knows where. Uh, I was doing a 3-year degree in multimedia and animation. I am creative. That sums it up. I am
Yeah,
now
sure.
working with youth leadership organization. I'm doing marketing and products. Yeah. What else? I write, I draw, and I speak selectively.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That sums it up. That sums it up. Okay. Today we are starting out. We are going to talk about. Hey, we're going to talk about. Hey, we're going to talk about feminism.
What?
Feminism.
Feminism.
Eh. Feminism. Eh.
Um, feminist.
You're a feminist.
I'm a
Maybe we
feminist.
need. Maybe we need to start by defining what is feminism according to you. According to you,
I think it's where if the women start doing it.
I think feminism is
In fact, I think I'm going to be moderating now because
Oh,
because I'm not a woman. So
okay, fine.
huh?
Feminism is, according to me, according to Rosemary Bonica now, feminism is what? Being for women. That's what I think it is.
What do you mean for women?
Like standing for women. Like what? Yeah, standing for women's rights, women's needs, women's pleasure, women's joy, women. In short, for women. Being for women.
Being for women.
Yes. What is the opposite of feminism? Like, what is
I
being for
was
men?
I was about to ask
What is being for men?
because that is very
Let it
basic.
not be patriarchy. Oh, wait. I think patriarchy is like being. No, but.
No, it's not because patriarchy has matriarchy. So
Okay.
yeah. So let's see.
So, let's look at Google Kwanzaa. What does Google say? What is feminism? according to Google.
So Google says,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is feminist first. Oh, let's start defining feminism.
Yes.
How about you read what feminism is, and I'll tell you what a feminist is.
Oh, feminism, according to Google, the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes, the inclusion of all these. Oh, this is like an example. What is the real meaning of feminism? Feminism is about all genders having equal rights and opportunities. Okay. Actually, this is a very good definition. I think this is what it is.
Okay,
Genders having equal rights and opportunities. It's about respecting diverse women's experiences, identities, knowledge, and strengths, and striving to empower all women to realize their full rights.
repeat
Which part?
the last two sentences
About
slowly
it's
though.
about
Mm.
respecting diverse women's experiences, identities, knowledge, and strengths, and striving to empower all women to realize their full rights. There's until principles.
Principles of feminism.
Yes. Therefore, working to increase equality, expanding human choice, eliminating gender stratification, ending sexual violence, and promoting sexual freedom. Actually, this is a really good movement. Now that I read these things, ooh, I can be known as a feminist.
As a feminist, can men be feminists?
Yeah, in this case, if we're defining it with this in this order, yeah.
Let's just put the phone down first.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like people write these things.
Hmm.
Are you a feminist?
Yeah, with this definition, yeah.
No, 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 not that definition. Because before you made this definition, I needed to know before you read that. Were you a feminist?
With my definition, yeah.
Yes.
I just
So
don't want
there
to
is.
say I'm something which could mean I am not if somebody else defines it. It depends on who is defining it and how they're defining it.
So which one are we taking? Your definition
If
or
we
the
are
definition?
taking my definition or we're taking Google's definition in this case, yes, I am a feminist.
You know, Google doesn't have a definition, right?
What do you mean?
Someone wrote
That
a definition you
the
can search on
definition that
Google.
is written here, I agree. I subscribe.
You have a dictionary.
Yeah, I do. Let's
Okay.
see what it
Let's
says.
check. Let's check. Let's check.
Let's see what it says.
Oxford, by the way.
Yes, I have an Oxford
It's not
dictionary.
Oxford. Just let it go.
Okay. Feminism.
Merriam-Webster.
It's a doctrine. Imagine it's a doctrine.
Thank you. Let's continue.
I see
It
this already
is.
getting tweets out.
Yes, it is.
It's a doctrine that advocates equal rights for women.
Sure.
That's about all it says.
It's a doctrine.
Or feminism movement, the movement aimed at equal rights for women.
Equal rights for women.
Equal, when they say equal rights, equal with who? With men.
Yeah, equal with men.
What rights are we talking about here?
I think I would have asked women. Because there is no meninists.
Oh, that's what it would be. Feminist.
Possibly. Possibly. So, do you listen to Dave Chappelle?
No.
I thought you listened to him last time and I gave a very good comedy special.
Forgot. I
Good.
forgot. And then I remembered. And then I texted hi. I expected you to reply so that I can ask, who was that person again?
Okay,
And I
fine.
forgot.
I'll share a quick story. So I think I was watching one of his comedy specials, and then this is not in the context of Africa because I feel like we adopted feminism in it when it was already active. It is true. It is true. It did not start here. It didn't. We adopted rights the same way we adopted democracy and multi-party. We adopted everything.
In short, we adopted everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes.
let's not try to own it. It's not personal.
We can try to own whatever we want to own.
Okay.
We can try to own whatever we want to own.
Cool.
But go.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So now, I think again this is a setting in America. I'm just paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say it was a patriarchal society, but by then the men were working, and then men were doing all the work. They were doing all the industries. They were going to plantations and everything, and then the World War happened, and then men had to move from their homes to go and fight. So now, again, in that arrangement, the man is the provider because these guys are putting together all the industries and everything, so they have the pay, and so the family is dependent on the man because the man is going to work every single day. Yeah. So at some point, I think patriarchy was sort of strong because there was a dependency that could not be overruled. Men worked so many places that women could just not work. Coal
Not just
mines.
not, did not.
This is feminist. Anyway, so when the men went to war, and the industries had to keep running, and then the women know how to start going to work.
Yes.
And now, when the women, when the men came back home, yeah, the woman is now able to provide for the family. So now there is a shift. There's a shift now
Of shift of what? Power.
of roles actually, which translates to power. Because if you have a providence ability in your family, you are powerful because you are valuable and we need you.
Oh, so what you're trying to say is that women were not valuable because they had no power because they could not work.
No, they were, but this is the thing. You work, no, I work, I bring the food here. You're dependent on me
So
somehow,
I'm not
and that
valuable.
is no, you are valuable because you being home is something, not just coming home to anything.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll say something after this. So women were valuable where they were, the men were valuable where they went. Okay,
Okay.
and now men went to war and everything, and then the women and were now going to places the men were going. So the women are not providing. So when the man comes back home, you were dependent on him somehow, and you valued him and you respected him because he was providing. But now, oh, no, no, that's very important.
Okay.
But
I think
now,
I should just let you speak to the end.
yeah, yeah, this is not a lie. Okay, let's talk about our fathers and fathers. There was a time the whole arrangement in their household was very dependent. That's not a lie.
Yes.
You see, my great grandmother loved my grandfather and cherished him so much because this guy went out and risked his life to bring food back
Because you
home.
think that was the reason why? Because
That was one of the reasons why. Because look, when you come together, it's some sort of partnership. What you're bringing to the table makes you valuable.
okay, so you have to bring something to the table. So here, what we are trying to say, what you are trying to say in this context, is that a relationship would only work if it's not because of who you are, but what you bring.
I'll say something else. This had this statement listening to Miles Monroe. So you live with people to meet their needs.
Okay.
Full stop.
So it's not because of who you are.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Again, what do you mean who you are?
I'm just assuming if you are incapable,
If you are incapable, then you are incapable.
so that would make you less valuable. I'm assuming like a person is bedridden. Now they have no relevance. Now they cannot be loved because they bring nothing. So you want to tell me those people who are, I don't know, they have no hands, they cannot go to work, whatever. So those can't be loved because they bring nothing. I feel like patriarchy was based on that.
No, love is different. Love is like at the base of everything.
See, you
Okay, that's
see, like the system before this whole feminism thing, okay, was men are bringing something, women are staying at home, working on this something that the men were bringing, okay, and then the men practically just, I don't know, work for their family, and yeah, the women are more like just tools, to build that family. I don't know, something like that. And it's, yeah, and the women,
I'm triggered. Hey,
it's good to be triggered.
I'm
Sit in it.
triggered. No, it's not making me mad, but it's making me want to get deeper into the conversation. So
Yes, it's okay. We're going there. We're going there. So the women practically loved those men because they were bringing something. That's what you're trying to say. If they didn't bring anything, in fact, you don't get married to a person who doesn't bring anything. That was the concept.
okay, fine.
Okay.
Let's move forward with this from there. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to be naive because I'm very realistic.
Okay.
I'm extremely realistic.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like not that I feel like human beings human beings. It is in our genes that will make decisions that will make sure that we have a continual survival.
True,
We
very true.
survive and that our genes move forward. Okay, that is why we choose the best out of everything to put our uh, our societies forward, to build our infrastructure and everything. We put the best people out there because they're useful and they're valuable because we are trying to get things forward. There
Okay.
is no one who gets out of the house and says, I will marry the first person I see.
True.
Why are you making a selection?
You think we're making that selection because okay, I hear your point.
Get it? And
I
this
hear
and
your
this
point.
literally happens with women the more. Women are very socially conscious. They will just not marry everybody. No.
Obvious.
They have a higher sense of security, which is important for you guys. It's
Okay.
very important because again, people speak about money and guys who are strong and everything, even if it is emotional protection. But women go for places where there is a lot of security because that is a good like space for you to nurture what is coming out of you.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's okay.
So in one way or another, again, people will use you if you're useful. I won't lie. I won't lie. And this is not about love. This is not about love.
So you're trying to say that the system before was not about love.
I no. I'm speaking about roles. Look, you could love your wife,
Yes.
me, no, and you could love your husband. Let's say if you're back there by
Okay.
then. But again, when we sit down here, I go to work. Would you rather go to a coal mine
In this
and
case,
dig?
no, because
No,
I'm not interested in it. Would you rather go to a
I
gold
would.
mine right now?
No, look, I wouldn't let you go there.
Okay.
Okay, and males are providers and everything. So I'll leave the house and go and try to fend for my family, which is not a bad thing.
First of all, what is our problem here? Let's go straight to the problem. What is our problem here?
Let me get back to the conversation I was telling you.
Okay.
So the men come back from war, and now the women
Have
are
realized.
doing no. That's not a problem. I have theories. The women are now doing what men were doing.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So now, before there wasn't any kind of confusion. I work, you stay at home. You nurture my home. I go make sure that I risk my life that I don't die and I bring something back home for you. You see? You have to make sure that there is a home when I get back to my house. And I have to make sure I bring something home because again I need to uh, you know, I'm saying feed my family, but take care of my family.
Yeah.
Now I come home. Okay. I'm not saying that specific arrangement was perfect. There are sins that were happening just because of that arrangement.
That arrangement was okay. I would even agree to that arrangement right now. Like right now, I
It's
would
not
agree
bad.
to
It's
that
not bad.
arrangement.
I think what made women move is that one way or another in that sort of dependency, I think it was more valuable. What I'm not saying what women were doing at home wasn't valuable. It is valuable, extremely. But these were times of survival.
Oh please, don't come
No,
and
it's
play.
true.
Don't come
No,
and
it's
you
true.
just
It's true. Now
say.
we're not surviving, and this is why I tell you that feminism has evolved. It has evolved. It's not what it used to be.
We're still in feminism, defining feminism. And
So
I asked you, once at one point I asked you if you're a feminist, and you said yes, with regard to your own definition. Maybe you should defend to us what is feminism to you first. What is feminism to you? This feminism
I'll
that
say
you
what
are
I'll
saying.
say. Okay, fine.
Okay,
So
what is feminism?
I am terrified of saying this is what feminism should be.
Don't tell us what it should or it shouldn't be. Just tell us what it is to you. Don't start telling us. Don't,
Look,
uh,
okay, you read. Okay, read your definition, your Oxford definition, please.
uh,
Read it. I don't want to
so you
be
want
too far because the more gaps I
okay,
create.
feminism, according to the Oxford Dictionary, a doctrine that advocates equal rights for women. Me, I'm not going along with this definition, by the way, because if you say equal rights, if I would define feminism in terms of rights, I'd say a movement that advocates for our rights. Equal is the dance. Equal.
You are right. For your rights or for equal rights. Those are two different things.
a right to work, a right to be paid, good pay, the pay that men are getting for the same work.
Do you have examples?
Oh, I do.
Start.
Wait, where am I starting?
No, start with the examples. Yeah.
No, go along and define. Go along and define first feminism according to you. Then we'll get to the example.
Okay, fine. I think if I was to summarize what I think feminism is from when it started, what I think there should have been its original purpose. Okay? So basically, it is evident that gaps were there.
Oh, you do agree with that?
Doesn't matter if I agree or not, it is true.
Me, I want to
No,
know.
I'm just saying it is true. I'm not giving an opinion. I'm stating a
Oh.
fact.
Okay, that it is true that there is
Exactly.
a very huge gap between
Yes.
men and women.
As
In
I
terms of
was
what?
as I was explaining here before.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
There's a very huge gap. And I think every effort that we take as a community or just women to close those gaps, whether if it is you guys getting rights in places that you didn't normally have rights, okay, or some privileges that were simply held off by the fact that you're women and it had no basis on anything that is measurable. Closing those gaps.
Okay.
For me, that's feminism. If you're doing any effort in that direction, that's feminism.
I'm with you actually.
And I think it is we've gotten to a point of defining it because not everything is feminism. It is very specific.
What do you mean not everything is feminism?
Do you see the way we don't define, let's say, feminism?
There's no feminism.
Do you know why?
I do know why.
Why?
Because there's no need to be. The world has been men's.
I
Why should
believe
we put a
I-
word to something that has already existed? It's like there's air, okay? It's like there's air, and then we are trying to look for another word to supplement the presence of air that is very present already.
Okay, before I get triggered. Now, I think by the time feminism started, it was something that is to be addressed. When it started, and I will keep saying when it started, it was something to be addressed.
You're saying that as if
Yes, I wasn't there, but I'm so sure if we can create a separate movement just to make sure that women are getting 1 to 3, it is because that is something that was supposed to be addressed. The absence of feminism today does not mean that men don't matter or something like that.
Nobody has
Okay.
believed that.
Yeah, and to that point, when it started, it was something that had to be addressed. But I know
You
for
know
a fact,
what bothers me
yeah,
is why men are so triggered by feminism. Maybe you should tell us. You as a man. Maybe you
okay.
should
Now
tell us. Why are you so triggered? Oh, maybe it must be because you are so in control and now the rug is being pulled under your feet.
that is what you're thinking.
Oh, maybe that must be the case. Tell
Okay,
us why.
fine. Now I'm speaking personally.
Okay, speak
As
personally.
Francis, because
Why are you being triggered?
I'm
by
not
feminism?
triggered. I'm not triggered.
Oh, so you're saying now you're not triggered?
Maybe I am, but okay, I'm provoked. I'm poked at. So
Why
I
are
will
you
say this.
provoked?
I'll say this. So I'm not saying this is on behalf of every man.
Okay,
On the
speak
planet.
for yourself.
First thing I would say is that feminism had issues to fix. Okay, but now as it's spreading, because I don't know if I would tell women where are the limits of your feminism. I'm not sure if you guys can define where the limits of your feminism are. Again, because
Where are the limits of patriarchy?
wait, what? Patriarchy is not the opposite of feminism.
I know it's not, but that's what has been there. Where are the limits? Who stood up and said, "Oh, now here should be the end of patriarchy. Here should be the
No,
limit." You're going
when
too far.
when I speak about limits,
Yeah,
okay, I would say there's two major groups in society. There's men and women.
yeah, okay.
So the reason, patriarchy has been here for a while.
Forever.
No, I wouldn't say forever. I haven't been there. It's been here for a while, and it wasn't. I'm saying the truth. Patriarchy is not all pain for women. That's the first thing.
Neither is feminism.
Wait. And patriarchy was not all good things for men. That's the second thing. Do you agree?
I do agree. Neither is feminism.
No. I'm just saying this stuff about patriarchy. So, saying where the limits of patriarchy, we're not trying to say feminism is something that is here to be the better of it. No. I think when our roles shifted And now people can do. Women are now providing, and men don't know where to put their foot on the ground. Look, it's true. It's true. Imagine this.
And
So
you account not knowing where to put your foot on women taking up their space.
no, no,
So you are
no.
trying to say that your identity was defined by you providing. And now, since the woman can also provide, you don't know who you are.
Okay, this is a very different topic, but again, I would
Yeah.
say openly that the ideas of what a man is and what a man should be has been moving way more than ever before. Because until, let's say, 100 years ago,
Yeah.
people, we depended on men to do specific things, and we even on women to do specific things. And I'm not saying that defines who they are, but we never go to the conversation of who you are, because your identity was not a threat. We know what you did. I know what I did. I wasn't doing your stuff. You weren't doing mine.
I have a point there. First of all,
Okay,
I
fine.
think this whole feminism thing is now giving us a clear picture of where we should be basing our identity on. First of all,
True.
if men were basing their identity on providence, and women were basing their identity on what? By the way, did we have anything? God no.
You had, you had. Oh my God, you
Whatever
have.
we had,
Okay, fine.
yes,
Fine, fine.
women were basing their identity on that, nurturing and taking care of a family and taking care of their husbands and I don't know, being small and timid. If women were basing their identity on that, why are you being triggered? That was the
No.
reality.
Okay.
If I'm saying if that was where we were taking our identity from, maybe that needed to change. Don't you
For
think?
you or for both?
For both of us.
Okay, okay. I have two. I have two. I'm looking at this from two directions.
Let's look at both directions.
One, with the women. So I think I thought about this before. Okay, as I said, patriarchy was not all pain for women, and it wasn't all goodies for women. Okay, but again, I see how hard it was for women to have closed the gaps on things that were painful for them under patriarchy, because it is male led. Okay,
Yeah.
so, and also think, let's say men came back and then women are doing what men are doing, and uh, because there's now a shift in roles and identities. The man doesn't know how to assimilate himself in a society where now women are now providing. So again, I don't think people had time to figure out. Possibly there are so many things that men did to reassume that power. Okay, because they almost felt respected because they provided, which is something innate. But again, I don't see anywhere where there was trying to give men back their place that was agreed to. So possibly men did stuff to get back their respect that was also hurting women.
Which I think is also a problem. I think it's a
I,
problem.
yeah. So
First
I
of all, if
yeah.
your like if your respect comes from your providence, that's no.
No, is that for us or is that for women also?
Anyone.
Let's get back to that in a moment. So I would think women, because of the way men were now acting, without feeling that they are being respected, men malfunction without being respected. So for a woman, it would have been like, I can't deal with this confused man because he's abusive. I would rather.
Oh, so you think what you're trying to say, what you're narrating here is that before men went to the World War and before all of this rise, um, there was no abuse.
There was. I'm not saying that. There was. There was. But again, look at this. A man goes out to bring you food, and this man is abusive. What do you do?
You should do something, but in this case, I see it's difficult.
In
because he's
patriarchy,
the
it was
one-
hard, like, which
he's the
I
one
said
who
before
came.
here. Okay, it was hard for them because it is male led. But now, I can do what you're doing, and I can bring food for myself. Okay, if I can't bring food for myself, I think I have to tolerate your abuse. But now I don't have to because I can bring food for myself. You're getting it. So I feel like Feminism was like, I could have dealt with you providing, but not with the abuse. So instead of having you provide and being abusive, I would rather go myself and be a provider. So and then we start fighting for women to go to work also.
You see, there's a lot. There's a lot. You see, with feminism, there's just a lot. Some people actually do enjoy work. You forget that.
Cool, cool.
Some people actually do enjoy work. Some people actually enjoy going to the, I don't know, being whoever they want to be, a doctor or, I don't know, an engineer or whatever. Some people actually enjoy that. And patriarchy was robbing them of that. Some people enjoy sitting at home and doing nothing and their husbands providing.
Now, okay, fine. If people enjoy all
What
things,
feminism
yeah,
was doing is
was
giving freedom. Feminism is basically giving women freedom to choose what they want to do. First, I want to tell the audience it is heated here. It is hot. Somebody wants to burn.
I'm gonna refer to a question
Somebody wants to burn.
for the record.
Okay,
for
where
the
were we?
record, for the record, the record, the record. We're not paid more because we have freedom to work. Hey, no, because of the work that is put in.
Actually, I don't believe that. I genuinely don't believe that.
You do.
Actually, it's not the case.
Are you saying if I worked your job right now, I would be paid more? If I did the exact same work you do, I will be
First of
paid
all,
more.
it depends with the job, you know? It
W-
depends with the job.
what job?
I feel like there are certain type of jobs that men and like this like in our country, there's a structure of pay. Whether you're a man or a woman, that's the amount of money you get.
Yeah,
A doctor, for example.
pass it. Yeah.
Yes, I'm talking about those jobs that there's like negotiating in like marketing, I don't know, HR, such kind of thing. Men just end up being paid more.
Okay. In those areas, it is extremely evident. Now, it is not about uh what you have studied. You know, oh, I have a degree in this. I have a degree in this.
Yes.
It is evident. There is no person who is wasting their money. That's the truth. They will put their money where there is efficiency. And I'm not saying
Yes.
women are not efficient.
Oh, it
I'm
seems
not
like you're
saying that because there is jobs I'm sure of that a woman will be first more preferred and they'll be paid more simply because they're women. Because what they bring to the table in addition to that knowledge is just totally different. Okay, I'm not gonna be here trying to get a job. I'm not.
Okay, going back to the question, how does culture affect feminism and the other way around in respect to your culture? Mm. You answer that.
Okay, fine. As I have spoken before, feminism is a doctrine. But let me make this very clear, because again it might get heated. Uh, I think where the gap is right now. I'm not saying we should change our culture. Where the gap is right now is that this doctrine, because I'm not sure if you can separate this doctrine with the culture where it came from. I'm not sure.
So what you're trying to say is that we cannot take just feminism without taking their culture too.
We could, but it's not possible anymore. Why? Because that would mean that I erase everything you guys have seen. Because it moved from being about rights and now it's about trends. Whatever is trending on feminism, we want to jump on it too. Because now the biggest question in feminism is not why, it's why not. Why not? Why not that? Why not this? So it's expounding thoroughly, and then our culture cannot catch up to it. Okay, I'm not sure if their culture is doing so well. The Western culture, I'm not sure if it's doing so well, but our culture is not catching up to it. It's not.
I do agree with you that this is becoming like a wildfire. I
It
do
is.
agree.
It is.
I do
It
agree.
is. It is.
But then again, there are certain areas where I think feminism still stands and it still should. There's something that still should be done.
Now, until we sit down and we say and we think that what areas should we press specifically when it comes to feminism in regards to our culture again, because the biggest fight is that gap that we have between what we want feminism to look like in our culture and what our culture says about feminism.
Oh, okay. So you think there should be people who should sit down and agree what really do we want
I
to take
think
with feminism
I
in our
think
culture?
yeah, I think every woman should start thinking for themselves because I'm not sure you can find women who represent every woman. Everyone should start to sit down and think for themselves, which is the mountain.
Hey.
The mountain we are not sure we'll get to. The mountain we're not sure we'll lead women there. We're not sure if they will get up and go up that mountain themselves. I feel like again we are forcing women to get up these mountains, and it feels like work. And now they want more feminism because I'm telling you, on a logical level, one to one like this, if you just had to sit with everyone and question them about these things, you'll find that they have taken a lot. They want it to look like, but the thought behind it, I dare say, it's very,
You dare
very,
say.
very, very, very stupid. It is. It is. And I said what I said. And it is not an insult, by the way. It is not. It just means that when you go deep down to reason, it is going to come to a point, as I said, you go to the
Maybe we need to
boundary.
discuss for sure. Maybe we need to discuss what areas our culture has decided to adapt feminism.
I don't think our culture has decided.
Oh, the women in our culture have.
No, like what? Okay, again, this is also the paradox because we are not having a conversation about feminism, and because of influence, most people won't say I don't want everything in feminism. They will adapt areas that
Works for
benefit
them.
them exactly, and that is where we are self-defeating. You are my mother. You adapt some areas of feminism that you
Think would work for
for
you and
you.
would
And then when I adapt those that work for me, you get mad. We cannot get to a consensus. So I think this culture and feminism conversation is too late. It's too late.
So what are you trying to say?
It
What
is
should
too
be
late.
done?
It's too late. It's like you guys go to let's say a ship just had an accident and then gold and treasure get to the shores. And then I go there, I get what I want. And then when you come with what you want from the same wreckage, I say no, you can't have it. You see? It's terrible. It's too late. Too late. Maybe if everybody took back what they took, and then this is acceptable for everyone.
Let's
They
jump on to the next question. We're never gonna finish. Is feminism adaptive? Hmm.
so what's that? How do you think? How do you think? Do you think feminism is the same in all cultures? That's my
Obviously not.
question. And do you think feminism is the same then as it is now?
Obviously not. I'm telling you, it's like a wildfire now. Going.
Is that a good thing?
No. Everything needs, everything needs a limit. I believe that. And I also believe that patriarchy never had a limit.
Why be tricky?
Nah.
It had limits.
Oh no. Then if it did had if it had limits, then the men were not in the limits.
So now, I would say these two things.
I am not saying women should not be off limits because men were not off limits. I mean we're not
the
the limit.
the flow with these two systems is who keeps who in check. So I think patriarchy got terrible because when the men did things that were oppressing the other group, they got away with it simply because they were in power. You know, it is around the same thing. We can do what we want, and now feminism is just going the same way.
Well, let's just hope we find a balance.
The scales are broken.
Maybe
To say, the scale.
we need to fix the scales. Next question.
Scales are broken. I think you asked me.
Okay. Feminism and manhood. What are the dynamics between the two? Do they collide and how do they affect each other? Hey!
I said what I said.
I-
Okay.
I think you should start.
This is horrible. So, again, I think for feminism to work, which is a very good idea, feminism to work, I think both parts, counterparts, men and women, should also agree that there is a need to move forward some areas where there is rights, and we can fill the gaps just to make sure that women have the most they could have. Okay. The problem is, if you see a man fighting feminism anywhere, it's because feminism, there are areas of it, or where the doctrine traverses through different people, that women will want to have things, but at the expense of what men have.
Give an example. Give a
I will
clear
give
example.
I will give you guys examples.
Yes.
Okay, if you say I want to do this because the men can, that's one thing. Okay, but I feel like as I said, we're looking at men in positions of power where they have more, mostly because they do more. When we forgo what they do to have what they have, we are putting them at an expense.
Actually, I think men are capable of doing more because women are doing the work behind that is not being seen.
Like what?
Like, for example, if you see a man working more at work, it's because he has a wife. And that wife is doing all the work behind. She's doing the cleaning for him, she's doing the cooking for him, she's taking care of his kids. That's why the man is capable of concentrating on his work to do all the work at work.
Okay, I feel like the setting hasn't changed, but this is something that I know to be true, and I'm saying it on camera. So, okay,
Okay.
I'm not saying women were in the best places, but the first thing feminism taught women,
Is that they were not in the best places?
no. First, it was okay for you to say there are things that you should be able to do that you don't. So I'll fight for those things. That is okay. But I want that for women. But what it said, whether subtly or loudly, is that we told women that where they were was not valuable.
You didn't have to tell us. You made us feel like that.
Hey, no. Let me tell you why. Because a man uses, this is just an example where we would need to directly apply feminism. So, let's say because you are dependent on a man, and because you can't just elope from his area of dominance, and then he's abusive. Okay, so now we have to like empower you so you can escape that abuse. That does not mean what you are doing in your place was not valuable. So women abandoned their posts.
So what
Okay,
you're trying to say is that maybe, the thing with feminism is that it wants to give women freedom. It's not like there are no women right now who are stay-at-home moms. Do you understand? It's that it wants to give a woman the freedom to choose. If you want to work, then you can go to work. Something which
no
patriarchy will
problem.
not.
Fine. Do you think that conversation is still the conversation now?
Isn't it?
It's not. It's not, because every conversation I hear, it's like, staying home was it valuable? It's valuable. And what and this
Nobody
is
is saying that. I don't know what you're hearing.
say hey, the woman is doing things on you being there where you think people don't see is extremely valuable.
Then we need to get more credit of it.
Mother's Day,
Oh, please.
Women's Day.
This Father's Day.
There is just one. It's gone. Mother's Day. Women's Day. And women have weeks. Some of them have weeks. Women's Day. International Day of the Girl Child.
This is
And there
Day
is-
of Boy Child.
Do you know when it is? If you tell me when it is right now, I'll be cool.
I
Because
don't
can't-
even know the day of the
Exactly,
girl's
you don't
child.
know. Do
I
you
don't
know?
know the day of the girl's child. Yes, I don't.
Okay, fine. It is in August, by the way. I know that much. You don't.
Next question.
You know, it's so bad. I don't even know when. I don't even know when the Men's Day is. It passed pretty quietly. It was this. I think it was. If it's not in October, I think it was in September. It passed pretty quietly.
Next question. I have an argument on that. I think men have been receiving credit all over. You should relax at this point. You should relax. Next question.
Okay. Let's talk about feminism and women. We go. So, I think I asked this before. First, do you think feminism is adaptive? Two, uh, you know, I think most of us have an idea where feminism started, but where is this movement going? Three, do you think women can outgrow feminism?
Hey, by outgrow, you mean we are at a point where we are like, oh, I think this is it.
Do you think there's going to be a point where we can expose women to the things they think they are missing and the rights and everything and give them equal opportunities so that women can start functioning as another equal group in the society so this movement can die? Do you think that is possible?
First of all, men have to accept that things are not equal, and then they have
We
to.
have to accept things are not we.
Yes, you.
That's ironic. It's ironic. We have to accept things are not equal.
Yes.
I think if women accepted things are not equal, feminism would stop. Don't you think? Okay, that's true. Fine. But
Let me
what
tell
do you
you.
mean? What do you mean?
I mean, first of all, men are at a point where like I feel like men don't even see the problem. Most men at this point don't even see the problem. They don't even see why we are raging. They don't even see why we are fighting. You see, men have to see that there's a problem, and then they have to accept that there's a problem, and then they have to contribute in removing the problem. Then we're going to reach at that stage. I don't know how many years it's gonna take.
Do you know? Okay, fine.
I
Do you know?
don't know.
Do you know why that's so hard?
Why is it so hard?
Because if I was sitting with a guy here, they would say the exact same thing.
What exact same?
Not even about women. They would say women don't see our problems. Women have to accept our problems. Maybe if they contribute to solving our problems, we might get to that point.
Then maybe we may never get to that point.
We will. Do you know the very assumption? Okay, fine. You know, feminists, men and women, we need both groups to agree. You get me?
I do get you.
First, we need you guys to be well functioning. A malfunctioning man is not gonna worry about your stuff. You get me? Now, my God, I don't say this.
Go ahead. It's a safe space.
I'm terrified. I'm afraid. I'm really terrified to say this. I'm terrified to say this. I think okay, fine. Both groups are contributing to each other's misery.
It's true.
But this is a cycle. This is the cycle. I have problems you don't know about. You have problems I don't know about. I'm not sure if we can table them at the same time. You know why? Because it is natural that if I'm telling you my problem and I'm asking you to solve them, it is natural for you to say, oh, I also have problems that I want you to solve.
Yes.
And then I would say, oh, but I just told you my problems and you're not listening to me. And you say, oh, but you're not listening to me too. And what I would say is, cool, I will deal with mine, you deal with yours. Do you see where the problem is? So to break this cycle, somebody has to take a bow. I'm not saying that should be men. I'm not saying that should be women. But let's say in a very small unit, inside the household. Inside the household. But I will speak from the men's side so women won't feel that they have to take care of the husband first before they have their problem solved. So, if my woman has problems, if she's insecure, she has financial problems, somehow she's malfunctioning. Let's say for me, she's not doing things that are supposed to be my benefit. I could approach it in two ways. I could just go straight and say, you're not doing 1, 2, 3. Or I could say, what things are you facing? So I would solve those problems so she can come back and help me too.
Yes. I think it's a balance.
Okay? But I have to take the first sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay? I have to take the first sacrifice. Now, this topic of sacrifice, it's very triggering when it is thrown around from men to women. The ball just doesn't feel the same. It is hotter somehow. It is when it is on your hands. Oh no, you should be the first.
Okay, guys, as you can see, we are in a very heated conversation, and this maybe or maybe not will be proceeded in the future. Hey, things are heated here. It's really hot. So, guys, would love for you to get into this conversation. Comment. Speak your mind there in the comment section. Be respectful. Like, share, subscribe to get all of this good stuff.
This space is supposed to be safe. So, we're expressing ourselves the way we wanted to express ourselves. I hope no one was offended. But if you were,
Check yourselves.
She said it, but yes, what she said. Just check yourself. Okay, none of this is personal. I know I said a
What you
word.
say?
So I say what I say. So we'll have questions somewhere down here, and you guys can tune in, and uh, you can say what you feel like saying, and be free. Because again, I'm not saying you should be disrespectful. It's hard to have a conversation that is important without offending people. Somebody is going to be offended, but just try to speak your mind in the most respectable way, so we can have a conversation. I'm saying I'm giving you a piece of my mind. I want to hear a piece of your mind too. I think we'll have people here sometime in the future
Yeah,
equally.
yeah.
1-1, 2-2 squad. You know,
That would be nice.
yeah. I have people.
I also have people.
I
This
have
conversation needs to be proceeded.
why you know cool. Put together your people.